Hello, welcome to Kitchen Basics 101, where I teach you the bare bone basics as if you have never cooked a day in your life from the perspective of a mom. Today we're going to do a basic chicken fajita. Okay, this could apply to beef, chicken. You could probably do tofu as well, but we're going to do chicken breast. Lots of different ways that you can make fajitas. You could marinate the meat beforehand. I'm just going to show you a really simple way, and then obviously we can always do different versions. So we're going to have a little talk about spices before we. These all say chili powder. Okay, so let's talk about it. This one, the chili ancho, ground ancho chili. Look at the ingredients. This is literally just organic chili, ancho chilies ground up. Okay, so that's not a seasoning blend. That's just ancho chilies. You could use this, but you would need to use other seasonings, right? This one, chili powder, has chili powder. So basically what's in this, right? Might not be ancho chilies. It doesn't tell us. And then it has cumin, oregano, coriander, garlic, allspice, cloves. So this is a blend. This chili powder is totally a blend of a bunch of different seasonings. So I see a lot of people like, oh, I make a fajita blend and I put chili powder and then I put oregano. I put allspice. Well, that's already in the chili powder. You need to always check the ingredients. This one is paprika, cumin, pepper, garlic, onion, and cayenne. I didn't even hear chilies in this one. Paprika, cumin, pepper, garlic, cayenne. No chilies in that one. So we're going to taste them and see what they taste like. Give them a little taste. This one with the cayenne in it definitely has a little bit of a pepper, like a spicy vibe. This one has more of a fully rounded chili, more what I would associate with an enchilada. This is the most delicious by far, but definitely would need other seasonings. You couldn't just put this. For the record, if you want to know my palate, I love tahini. So you could also use this. Whatever you season it with, it needs to be what you like and what's up to you. Obviously, the peppers and the onions and the chicken are going to add their own flavor. And so it's a combination of all these things together. And of course, we're going to use salt and pepper as well. We're going to start with red peppers. These are long. Unfortunately, this is going to have to be a 2-part, maybe even 3-part video because TikTok got rid of my 10-minute feature, which was a major bummer because it made recording these a lot easier. So I just cut the top off. And then I pulled the core out, but I'm still gonna have to clean inside here. So I'm gonna slice her down the middle, get my paring knife. I'm using my trash bowl here, which is just like so convenient when you're cleaning veg. Beautiful. Best part about fajitas is how quick and easy they come together. Like if you bought these pre-chopped up, you would red peppers all sliced up into nice thin slices here. And now I'm going to chop an onion. I left the root intact and I just cut off the end of the onion. This part of the end of the onion. I'm going to peel the peel off of the onion. I'm going to cut a little tiny piece off of the bottom of the onion. This is just for stability, so I can lay it on its side and it stays stable, it doesn't wobble. And I'm just gonna cut not too thick rings like this, and then I'm just gonna chop those rings in half and make like little onion half moon rings, you know? That's my plan here. Okay. Because then the onion naturally comes apart into its little rings, like that. We're gonna put all these onions and peppers into the pan with a little bit of olive oil. Put the heat on pretty high, and we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil, just a glug. We're gonna put some salt, yeah, and some pepper. Chose this chili powder blend, so we're gonna put some of that on here. This is the one that had oregano and coriander and garlic and all those seasonings. We're gonna give this a toss. This is not a case where we want them to get translucent and we're trying to do it low and slow. You want this to be pretty high and fast. This is more of like a fiery. I mean, you've had fajitas at a restaurant, right? It's kind of blackened. You want them to get some color. It's starting to look like fajita veggies now. It's getting all crispy and good. And we're going to pull it out and set it aside so we can cook up our chicken. This thing at the bottom of your chicken breast is the tenderloin. So I'm just going to take that off. Of our up into strips on the bias. And when I get to the thicker part of the chicken, then I lay them down. Like, they come off pretty good as little strips at the beginning, but when you get to this thicker part, then you have to half them again. So I'll show you that. Some of the larger pieces on the end where like the piece is a little bit too thick, I just go down the center and cut it into a strip. All you basically want is for them to be fairly even in size and fairly small and tender, obviously, so that they will cook up quickly, because this is a quick cooking preparation. Taking the fajita veggies out and I set them on the side. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil to this pan. I'm gonna put the chicken in here. She's sizzling, she's hot. We're gonna put a little bit of pepper, always. We're gonna put a little bit of salt. Now check to make sure that your chili seasoning doesn't have salt in it, okay? Mine doesn't have any salt in it, so I have to salt the meat. Then I'm gonna use my chili powder, and I'm just going, you can use as little or as much as you want, right? You wanna get that flavor in there. And then we're just gonna give this a toss. I've got this on medium-high heat, right? And we've got all those delicious crispy bits on the bottom of the pan from when we did the veggies. And the chicken is gonna pick up all that extra flavor, right? And this is gonna go pretty quick, a couple of minutes. You'll be able to easily tell because the chicken pieces are small. So I'll show you what they look like. Okay, this is what it looks like raw. And then I will show you when it's cooked. But just a couple of minutes on high heat, and this will be cooked up and ready to go. That's another thing I love about fajitas, is it's so quick once everything's prepped. The chicken is all cooked and beautiful. Now we're gonna add the veggies back in and give everything a quick toss. There it is in all its glory. You can add this to corn tortilla or flour tortilla. You could top it with sour cream or lettuce, salsa, whatever you want. I'll show you when my husband makes his up. Okay, so I'm warming the tortillas in a nice hot pan, a comal, so that we can put the fajitas in here. Here's the deliciousness in the tortilla. I think it needs sour cream, but he's saying nope.